Learned to be so patient? To which Crow replied, I learned that waiting can reveal treasures you never knew you were missing. The journey of Calla, the curious Luma. In the dim caverns of Gramarith, where shadows stretched like fleeting whispers, lived a vibrant young Luma named Calla. Calla was a miniature creature, resembling a cross between a chipmunk and a ferret, with iridescent emerald fur that shimmered even in the absence of light. Her large violet eyes sparkled with curiosity, always filled with questions about the world beyond her dark enclosure. Here, she would scurry and play, but the cavern felt constraining. She had heard stories of the lush, vast lands outside, a place where warmth and sunshine prevailed, and creatures of all colors roamed free. Yet there was a daunting weight in the age-old wisdom that echoed from her elders. Patience is the key to all. But to Calla, who often felt the earth beneath her paws as a ticking clock, it was a lesson that was frustratingly hard to practice. One fateful day, Calla decided she had enough of waiting. If the stories were true, then adventure lay just beyond the cavern's maw. With a heart full of resolve, she squeezed her way through a narrow crevice leading to the outside world. As she emerged, sunlight engulfed her in a warm embrace. The radiant brightness made her squint, but before her lay the Gilded Pine Forest, rich with towering trees draped in colorful vines. Calla's spirit lifted at the sight. She dashed into the forest, her tiny paws dancing upon the mossy ground, exploring every nook and glade. Amidst the rustling leaves, she encountered a wise old tortoise, slow and steady, savoring a sunbeam that filtered through the branches. "What brings you here, young one?" he asked, peering closely at her. "I want adventure." "I want to discover everything," Calla exclaimed, her excitement spilling over. "Ah," the tortoise said, "but remember, sometimes you must slow down to truly see." "I don't need to slow down. I just need to go," she chirped defiantly, ignoring his wise counsel as she bounded deeper into the forest, her heart racing with excitement. As she sped along, Calla came across a glittering stream, its waters so clear that the pebbles shimmered like jewels beneath the surface. She was parched from her sprinting and approached the enchanting sight. However, the stream stretched wide, and the only way across was over a fallen log that bridged the water. Calla hesitated. She'd heard the stories of creatures falling into swift currents, the danger of slipping or losing balance. Ignoring her instincts, she leaped onto the log and clumsily made her way. Halfway through, she felt the log shift beneath her. Panic surged through her veins. She wobbled and flailed her arms. "Oh no! What am I doing?" Calla's heart raced as she lost her balance and tumbled into the cool embrace of the stream. She tried to swim, but her small frame struggled against the current. Thankfully, she managed to claw her way back to the shore, exhausted and drenched. Shaking droplets from her fur, she spotted a sleek heron perched serenely nearby, gazing over the water. "I waited for the right moment before I took flight," the heron said, its voice steady like the water it guarded. "You must learn to assess the risks, little one." Fuming at the heron's words, Calla rushed off, her pride stung but her spirit still unfazed. She wouldn't allow herself to languish in waiting or listening. As the sun was setting, casting golden wisps through the canopy, Calla stumbled upon a vast mango grove. The succulent fruits hung tantalizingly from branches, but the mangoes were just ripe and green. A radiant parrot perched above her, its feathers brilliant red and orange. "Patience is a virtue, my young friend. Wait, and the fruit shall reward you," it cooed, eyeing the mangoes approvingly. But Calla was hungry. The memories of her earlier days slipped away, drowned by the need to satisfy her stomach now. Ignoring the parrot, she tried to jump at the mangoes. With every effort, the green fruits simply bounced away from her grasp. "Why should I wait when every moment feels like an eternity?" she fumed before she decided to leave the grove in frustration. Yet that night, as Calla lay curled up in the soft grass, the parrot's words echoed in her mind. Memories flooded back, the heron, the tortoise, the water, all reminding her of the importance of patience. Realization bloomed slowly, like the ripening mangoes overhead. Fighting against her impatience was as tough as traversing the tangled roots of the forest that surrounded her. But what if waiting could lead to something richer than mere instant satisfaction? As mornings morphed into afternoons, and afternoons melted into nights, Calla forced herself to remain patient. Every day, she returned to the mango grove, watching as the hard green fruits gradually softened, brightening to a stunning yellow. It felt agonizing, but something began to shift within her, the restlessness blurred into tranquility. Eventually, when the sweet aroma of ripe mangoes filled the air, Calla plucked the juiciest fruit. As she sank her teeth into the lush flesh, flavors exploded across her senses. It was different this time. There was no rush, no guilt, just pure joy. "You did it!" the parrot screeched from above, impressed at her perseverance. And so, the once impatient Calla learned to live in moments of stillness, too. After her triumph in the grove, she seemed to glow, lessons of the forest and stream intertwined, weaving a rich tapestry of understanding. Journeying from the serene whispers of the gilded pine to the majestic heights of the mountain of gales, Calla struggled against brutal winds. Her silver fur buffeted and her heart raced. Her determination zealed to climb higher and higher until she reached the stony summit. When she stood upon that apex, with the world sprawling vast beneath her, breathless and free, she could finally appreciate the views she had fought so hard for. Stretched across the expanse below were lush forests, shimmering waters, and fields of mango groves, a beautiful world that her patience and perseverance had crafted. As dawn kissed the horizon, Calla understood that the journey was not merely about reaching a destination. It was about gathering the moments, the lessons, and the strength that patience had bestowed upon her. With the winds embracing her like an old friend, she watched the sun rise in all its glory, her heart swelling with gratitude for the discoveries waiting to unfurl with every breath. "Yes," she whispered, letting the wind echo her thoughts. "Waiting can turn into something splendid,